be with you today. I appreciate it. We have more positive developments going on for our state. I'm happy to be here with a great group of people to share those things. Today we're excited about signing a bill to really enable charters to happen on a much better basis all across Michigan. It's called lifting the cap, but I call it more than that. There's a number of reforms that are going with this program that I think will be helpful in terms of giving good choice to our students. We're happy to propose the concept in our education message of increasing it for failing districts, but I appreciate the legislature being thoughtful and looking at the issue and deciding it best to go beyond that. And I'm happy to celebrate that today in terms of this piece of legislation. So we are making good progress, and one thing I will assure people, because it's a question that comes up quite often, this is going to be a program of quality. This is about making sure we give the highest quality education to all Michigan kids, whether they're in a public school or a charter. There are great opportunities and options here, and we're going to make sure that we deliver the best education to our kids. Because as I go back to the education message, we only had 17% of our kids college ready, and that's absolutely unacceptable. And we're going to be on that path of saying there's only one number that really matters, is that we have 100% of our kids either college or career ready in some fashion where they can be successful. And this is a big part of that in terms of a positive step forward.
But I think in the end, we got to a spot in Michigan where we're now putting parents and students at the front of the line in order to be able to choose something that may be a better fit for their students. And I think in the end, the more opportunity that we offer for our students will go to address the fact of the governor's point of 17% of our students are college ready. I think it's incumbent on the legislature and the leadership from the House and from the Senate with the governor's oversight that this bill gets signed today and put Michigan on a new path. This conversation on charter expansion has been going on in this state for almost 2 decades. I think we're finally to a point now where it's no longer an experiment. These are tried and true measures. And I think that by offering that opportunity to the kids in our state, we'd launch ahead of other states in the Midwest in terms of what we're focusing on the education. And I look forward to continuing with the rest of the bills that are in this package to expand dual enrollment opportunities and to be able to look at new and innovative ways of educating our students and moving from this idea about trying to drive more money in education and flip it upside down and say, how do we get more education out of the money that we have to spend? And I think today we're going to move in that direction. And
it's an exciting day for many kids here in Michigan. I want to thank the governor for being willing and ready to sign this bill, and for Senator Pavlov, his great leadership on this and the rest of the package. You know, this 618, Senate Bill 618, it does 3 main things. It increases charter quality, it increases charter transparency, and it increases charter accountability. And of course, it increases charters and the options for parents. And it really empowers the parents. Now, I know that across our state, there are, most parents are very happy with the education that they're getting. But what this really does, and most importantly, is it focuses on those kids. The kids that there's thousands of them that have been hoping that their number would pop up in a lottery, and it hasn't been. And they've been on waiting lists and hoping that they could get out of that failed district or the failed school that they're in and actually have hope. And this is a bill about hope for those kids. And so I just thank again the governor and Senator Pavlov. It's a great day in Michigan. There's going to be a lot of hope for kids that didn't have it before today. So thank you.
Last spring, Governor, you gave us a bold agenda for Michigan, and we went to work to make that happen with you, to prepare all of our kids to be competent and compete globally in a global economy. You said we needed to have schools that were more flexible. I think it was any time, any place, any way, any pace. It's a great idea. Providing students with more options, that's a great idea. Keeping our best teachers in the classroom and demanding greater accountability and transparency. Michigan's charter schools agree with those ideas. And we're here to, because we were established in 1993 as part of Proposal A, they are new public schools, new kinds of public schools where teachers and communities can come together, and the focus of the school is about kids. 17 years later, that dream's a reality. There are 115,000 students in charter public schools, 255 schools, and they succeed academically. They're held accountable, they are performing, and they have an authorizer to make sure those things are taking place. We're here today because charter public schools are part of the education system in Michigan. Schools like the West Michigan Aviation Academy, where kids can be exposed to and even aspire to the aviation industry. You may have top performing, nationally recognized high schools like the Black River Public School Academy, or the Detroit Service Learning Academy, where academic success is the hallmark no matter where you come from. Or even the Covenant House Ministry schools, where homeless kids are given an opportunity to learn. These are schools that need to be replicated. These are ideas that need to be expanded. And with this legislation today, Governor, we can do that in the state of Michigan. So there's a lot to do, and we're here because we want to celebrate this legislation, but we're also committing to you as a new industry and public education to help with the rest of the work that needs to be done. And we're going to help build the finest education system, any state in the union, but any place on the globe. Governor, we thank you.